Year 4. This week we are still talking about our characters, but we're going to be taking a little bit of a different approach today. What I'm asking you to do today is think about your character as a whole character. Rather than just thinking about how they look, I also want you to think today about what sort of personality they have and where they live. So your task today is pretty straightforward, I think, but we're going to get descriptive. So we're going to start thinking about how we can describe all of the different aspects of our character. There's going to be 3 aspects that I want you to focus on today. The first one is how your character looks. The second one is how your character behaves or their personality. And the third one is going to be about your character's home, where they live. What sort of environment do they live in? For each of those 3 categories, I want you to think of 5 ways to describe them. You don't need to write in full proper sentences. I'm happy for you to just use dot points, but they need to be good dot points, not just one word. I'm talking about you being able to write something like, my character is as large as a bear, or as small as a mouse. Things that you can compare them to are really good to help me understand what your character is like, and particularly when it comes to how they look. And then when it comes to personality, I want you to get descriptive as well. Are they friendly? Are they kind? Are they nasty? Are they cranky? Like, what's their personality and what are they like? What's it like to hang out with them and be friends with your character? And then that final one, where they live. So I want you to think about the environment they live in. Do they live in the forest? Do they live at the beach? Do they live in the city? Or do they live somewhere else that I haven't even thought of yet? Another planet. And then on top of that, think about what their actual house is. So the environment and their actual home. Do they live in a house? Do they live in an apartment? Do they live in a cave? Do they live underground? That's up for you to decide. So each of those 3 categories, their looks, their appearance, their personality, and their setting is what I'm going to call it, the fancy word, where they live and what environment they live in. I want you to write 5 dot points for each of those categories describing those things. Okay, 5 dot points for how they look, 5 dot points for their personality, and 5 dot points for their setting, where they live. I'm going to upload for you as well this week, just like an outline and expectations of this task, so you can refer back to it in written form if that's easier for you. And I'm also going to type in some suggestions there of what might help you and some things to think about. And don't forget, particularly when you're when you're thinking about how your character looks, use the describing wheel. Use the things that you have to help you. So I'm going to upload that for you as well. 15 dot points total, 5 for setting, 5 for personality, and 5 for how your character looks. Good luck. I can't wait to see what you've done. All right, goodbye.